This is CAD Methods, Lab 3.1, Part 1, Exercise 11.8. And I'm going to start off with the previous Exercise 11.7. Now, you can see each exercise as we went along, and I'm just going to do this last one right here. I'll turn my grid off. Now, the difference between this and the MText is MText stands for multi-line text, and here we're supposed to create single line text. So if I were to come over here and look at one of these other exercises, this is all one selected piece of text. Even though I have multiple lines, it's all one selectable thing. So if I come back over here, I'm going to use the text command. And I'm just going, it gives me some choices, justification, style, and I think if I hit style, we're still in the notes, and I could change that to any of the styles that we've previously created. I just have to type in the name. But we're good, so I'm going to hit enter. And I'm not going to change the justification because that's going to be some things we have to change. Now, it wants me to just pick anywhere on the screen so I can start typing. And then rotation for the text, I don't want any, so I'm going to hit enter. Now it wants me to start typing. Now, again, I've already typed some of it, so I'm just going to copy and paste that over here and paste. Now that looks like MText, right? Notice there's no ruler at the top, and what I'm going to do is just give it an extra bit of space between each line, and then I'm going to look at it and just follow the directions on what it says it wants me to do. Now the only little bit of difference here is I'm going to give the title a little extra space because you can see it's going to be 1/4 of an inch. So then I'm going to hit enter, or I'm not going to, I'm just going to click into my drawing space, and it's trying to continue to add text. I'm just going to escape out of that. Now, the difference, this is all individual lines of text, so I can control these individually. So here's what I'm going to do. They look like a paragraph, but I'm going to learn about the how to format these into what I want. Standard 1/8 inch text, 1/8 inch high text with a justification of left. So I'm just going to click it, and it's already set to left, so that's okay. So if you don't have this pane right here, I suggest you just, let me close it. This is what your drawing looks like. I suggest you just type properties, and this is really the fastest way to make these changes. So I have that text, and it's already set to left, so there's nothing I need to do to that. I'm going to pan over here because this is going to, well, actually I'm going to move all this because this is going to affect what's going on. There we go. So now, standard 1/8 inch high text with a justification of right. So this dot right there, that's the insert point of the text. That's where the justification is controlled from. So the justification is set to right, so I'm going to switch left to right, and you can see it's going to throw it over that direction, and it's thrown from that insert point. Okay, not that one. That one was created when I threw it from the right to the left. So here's another one. This is supposed to be on the title style, so I'm going to select it, and I'm going to change it to titles. And you can see that it's bigger. Now in the title, when we created the style, that text style had a 1/4 inch text. But we want the justification to be set to middle. So I'm going to select it. You can see here's the insert point. And I'm going to select it and tell it we want it to be middle. And you can see it threw it to the middle. All the while, this line right here is where all of our text is being formed from. So then I need architectural, and I believe I have a style called architectural, 1/8 inch style, and we want it aligned. So I'm going to look in here and see if I can find aligned. There it is. Mechanical. Now I'm going to change my style to mechanical, and you can see the letters went all crazy. That may or may not happen to you. I'm going to undo that so we can read it. Justification needs to be set to fit. So I'm going to select it, and go look at my justification and say fit. And so that's pretty good. The standard 1/8 inch text. Okay, so this is standard text that came with AutoCAD. That's a default style. We didn't create that one. But then it says oblique 30 degrees. So I'm just going to select the text, and then I'm going to look down here until I find oblique and say 30 degrees. Hit enter, and then you can see that it skews it like an italics text. And if I do this other one, I'm going to do that at -30, and you're going to see that number change on me to 330. It's going to throw it the other way, and it should be on the standard with a -30. And you see it italicizes the other direction. Now, if you want to learn about the justification, there's really 9 points on the justification that you need to understand with the text. That's not on the exercise. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this text just to show you where the 9 justification points are. So I'm going to click it, and I'm going to tell it that I want it to be a height of, let's say, 1. Whoops, that's 0.1, huh? So 1. And I got this big chunk of text up here. Now, this is where the justification points are. This is where the text will be formed from and extend from. So if it's on the right, it's going to extend to the left. If it's on the left, it's going to extend to the right. If it's in the middle, it'll extend evenly left and right in both directions. And we can tell it where we want them to place them from. So when you select a piece of text in your justification, you see these first: left, center, middle, aligned, fit. But these are the precise locations if you need to know exactly where it's going to go. Top left, top center, top right, middle left, middle center, bottom left, bottom center. So where are those points at? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to change my color quickly to something you can see real well on your screen. Yellow won't be good. Red. And I'm going to use a command called donut just to make a point. So it's D-O-N-U-T. And it's going to have a middle diameter of 0 and an outer diameter of, say, 1.125. So now I'm going to turn my snap off. So I need a top left justification. That's going to be there. I need a middle left justification. I need a bottom left justification. I need a top right justification, a middle right, a bottom right. I need a middle center justification. I need a top center or a bottom center justification. And those dots represent roughly where the justification points would be. So then when you look at a piece of text and you see that point, that's the insert point of the text. That's the insert point of the text, and that's its justification point. It's usable, so if I wanted to draw a line, I could draw a line, shift right click from the insert point of a piece of text, and it works just like that. So once you're finished, I'm going to erase this stuff, and I'm going to erase that one, and I'm going to zoom in around here, and I'm going to save as exercise 11.8, and then I'm done.